welcome. Today I'll be discussing multiverse laws. Now I first came across these laws by watching the videos which Prashant created and various interviews which Prashant has given. Now you'll realise by watching these videos how important they are, and they are the primary laws, the laws which most people are associated with or understand are the local laws, i.e. the country laws or the state laws. And you soon start to realise that these are, they don't really matter. It's the multiverse laws which are primary, and obeying these rules are of utmost importance. So you might be wondering what these multiverse laws are and where do they come from. So Prashant clearly states that these laws are defined within the Vedic texts. So if one was able to come across these texts, they'll be able to know what these multiverse laws are. Now, within the LotusOcean website, there are these multiverse laws defined. Now, I'll paste a link below to the LotusOcean website and the YouTube videos which I originally saw when I found about these multiverse laws. Now, the first law which one needs to understand is they need to grasp the point that they are born with a physical body. That is a tool. So I'll repeat that, which is a being needs to realise that they are born with a physical body, which is a tool. And if one is not able to understand how to use this tool, then they won't be able to progress any further. And that's that. Prashant even clearly states that the multiverse has given each one of us this physical body. And if you don't at least try to learn what this is and how we're meant to use it, then we're not really coming from a learning attitude. So it's very important to grasp this point. Now for the second point, once a being is established that they have a physical body, they next need to ask themselves, where are they? Now, they are inside of something, which is something very big. What currently ends up happening is, and I myself did this, you end up associating yourself to a particular location, i.e. this village, this state, this country. And then you start abiding by those laws, i.e. Prashant gave a brilliant example, you have to drive a certain side of the road, you have to abide by certain road traffic controls. But there's a much wider picture out there, and they are the multiverse laws, which are the primary laws. Multiverse laws, they don't really care about these mundane laws which have been made up by the government. Now, even so, the system itself is designed so that beings are always breaking these multiverse laws. You get yourself entrapped in so much nonsense that you just don't really realise the bigger picture. And the bigger picture is to realise that you are inside of something, and this something has laws. And you need to, once you've established that this something has laws, you need to find out what these laws are. If you don't establish what those laws are, then you're going to be in trouble, and Prashant clearly states that in his videos. So what I've been doing since watching these videos is grasping these points and understanding what they mean, and reiterating to myself, I'm a being that's a physical body, that is a tool, and that's I am inside of something big, and this something has laws. Now most people nowadays, they don't realise these simple facts. A brilliant example which Prashant gave was a being just literally needs to go outside the garden, look at the sky, and straight away you'll realise that you are actually inside of something. Now, you might be wondering, why should a being obey these multiverse laws? Now, you first need to understand, and Prashant clearly defined this in one of the interviews. I'll paste a link to that video. Now, Prashant clearly states that the multiverse is built for pleasure, and the opposite of pleasure is pain. Now, any being that obeys these multiverse laws is leading themselves towards more pleasure, and any being that doesn't obey these rules, these laws, then they're going towards more pain and torture. And no one likes pain and torture. So every being should be aligning themselves towards these multiverse laws. They are, it makes so much sense. They are basic laws, but I'm still in shock how I didn't know about these laws before before coming across LotusOcean, and thinking back now and to what I know now from watching these videos, it's so true. It just makes sense. Going forward, I'll be discussing more about the multiverse laws, but in the meantime, if you can have a look at the links down below, the interviews which Prashant did, as well as the videos he's created on multiverse laws. Another great resource which I use is the PLogs, the Prashant PLogs. The website is so informative. So what I've personally done is I've started right at the bottom, currently working myself up to the latest PLogs. So until next time, thank you.